we got a good signal. We made it. Welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in as the live begins to pick up. Good evening, Pim Vicky. Is that how you say it, babe? Hey, Ken, Seaman, how are you? What's up, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube? My name is Coach. Welcome in, Digital Imp. Is that what it is? Empire, probably. Digital Empire. How are you? My name is Kenya. What's your name? And where are you from? This is my nightly live that I do almost every night, where we do a little bit of encouraging and motivating before we head out to bed to reset for the next day. So we talk about facing our fears and how it relates to weight loss and wellness and our goals, and we deal with that stuff. Here in this space, it's really just about inspiring and motivating each other. You don't have to hit any like buttons. You don't have to drop any gifts. You can just come in, relax, enjoy the information or the reading. We do two readings from two books who are two popular art authors. I'm a best-selling author myself. We do a reading from David Komoloff. As you can see, this book is Beat to the Gods. Okay, it's dead. Hey, Chandra. Hey, Fatim. And then we have Melanie Beatty. This is going to be your author on codependency. As you know, food is a relationship. So what we do here is this is a platform to help people with their mindset, food noise, emotional issues to attach to food, and also looking at it from a behavioral aspect. As a retired professional counselor and clinical coordinator, one of the things that became very powerful for me because of my experience after losing 479 pounds naturally is the fact that my mindset, I was able to understand that there were things that had to change about the way I thought. And that my thinking was the issue. Hey, Chrissy. Hey, Patty. How are you? How are you doing this evening? Hey, Jennifer, welcome in, welcome in. Hey, Stephanie. Hey, Shaniqua, is that how you say it, babe? Hi, sweetheart. Hey, Rams, welcome in. Thank you guys so much for being here. Hey, user. Hey, Yvette, where are you guys tapping in from? Or if I hit your FYP, it was meant for me too. It was meant for you to meet me. So tell me where you're tapping in from. Welcome in, Miss Kelly. How are you? Hey, Tammy, my name is Kenya. I am in Arizona. I am by way of Kentucky. Let's see. What else about me? I don't know. I was on my deathbed. I almost died playing my own feud away 600 pounds. Husband left me on my deathbed for another one. When I didn't die, I came back to life, and bam, here I am. All of those things are true. Thank you for the follow. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. Yeah. So I would love to tell you that this is just another story about how I drank a magical tea or did something magical and I lost all this weight, or something like that. But it's actually a little bit different. What I hope that I am able to give you tonight, and just let me know where you're tuning in from. What I hope that I'm able to give you all tonight is a tip or a trick or some inspiration. If you're on your own wellness journey, just drop a comment in the chat. You don't have to drop a like to tell me. You can just simply drop a comment in the chat and say me too. Because I hope what I can give you is that after doing this thing 100%, I say raw knuckling it, which many of us are raw knuckling it. We just don't know it. But I had to really look at my mind, because even after losing 400 pounds, you guys, I still was emotionally a mess. It felt like I didn't belong anywhere. And I don't know about many of you or how many are in these lives. I'm on 5 different lives right now. I don't know how many of you and how many of these lives can relate to what I'm about to say next, but how many of you have lost a significant amount of weight and realized that no one really knows you and you don't really know them? Hey, BB, welcome in, beautiful. Hi, City Boss, welcome in. Thank you guys so much for being here. Something happens. Like it's like a new person, a new you has arrived, but you don't really know what to do with her. She's kind of foreign. Has anybody experienced that? Any male, female on a weight loss journey lost some weight and noticed that a different personality seems to derive at the more weight you lose. You're kind of this different version, and even in some cases, you struggle to recognize that individual. Okay, so if that is something you've experienced and or are experiencing, I experienced that. And it gotten so difficult to the point where I tried to unalive myself even after losing almost 450 pounds. I was at the 38 pound mark, and I was still a mess in my brain. And it wasn't that I wasn't already doing mindset stuff. It was the fact that I would start doing growth you programs with Rod Hurston through the company that I'm a part of, that I even began to look at my thinking because something wasn't right. It was like I would start projects and couldn't finish them. Nothing ever got completed. It was difficult for me to keep my word unless I was sacrificing my soul for the next person. I would wait till the last minute, creating a lot of chaos for myself and even other people. Everything about me sometimes became an emergency, which was then was other people's urgency. And it was just like, it was like controlled chaos. But because I grew up around that kind of functioning, it didn't feel off. Does that make okay? You know what? Sometimes the audience is a different book group, and I like to go over what's the group, so I won't hold you guys. I'll go ahead and just read the reading. But I was just trying to share that the reason why I feel that the reason why I chose to even take this challenge to go live for 365 days, it wasn't because it was something to get more views or get more likes or to get more gifts. It's because I wanted to show people how significantly relevant it is that if you address your mindset every single day, even if it's just for 5 or 10 minutes, you will immediately see a change, even in the diligence of how you show up in your everyday life that has nothing to do with weight loss. Because as much as we want weight loss to be the separate entity of something that we can do that doesn't play a role in other areas of our lives, it actually is the totality of our life. Because there's one thing we all know: it doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, what you look like. If your body is broken down, it's hard to kind of live this ideal life. You have to do a lot of adjusting, switching up, changing, correcting, especially if you're aware of what your body functions like well. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that requires this whole different level of elevation and thinking. And so it makes you then in that state not want to be there. So you begin to pursue something different, but you walk into this space of who am I? And sometimes we don't know what to do that. So we begin to eat again. The minute we get too stressed out, we begin to eat again. And then we're back on our way to a space we swore that we would never be. We swore we would never gain the way back. We would never do that again. That would never be us. It can never be us. It can never be us. But when life gets rough enough, it can always be one of us if we don't have that natural coping skill in place to deal with our emotional needs. This is hey Kanisha. Oh, it's my daughter's name. How are you? My daughter's birthday is on the 18th of this month. Hi, Trick. How are you? Hi, Pinky. Does any of that make any sense? So because I understand how serious mindset is, we chose to kind of now show up and share what we already do in our daily program with all my social media platforms because those who've chosen to support me, I wanted to give something that didn't cost you anything, but could add value to you, your life, the lives of those who love, and your journey. Simply by looking into experts in areas of things that allow us to expand our way of thinking and to look at our situations from a different set of eyes. Many of us have been looking at what we're going through so long with the same set of eyes that we can't see the hope or the pathway to something different because we're too focused on what isn't already working, and we're stagnated in that space and stuck repeating this thing that may not be working. But because we don't know what else to do, there is fear to move forward and fear to stop. Have you ever been there? Drop a heart in the comment. Because what I know is that I've been there. I've been in a place where I've did a lot of the work. I've lost a lot of the weight, and I've been scared to move forward and scared to move back. But also, I've been stuck or plateaued at that space, but unsure what is required of me to elevate from there. And what I learned most of the times when plateaus happen, it wasn't just my body that was stuck. My mindset had become also trapped. Hi, Crystal. How are you? Had also become trapped. I don't know. We're on day 204. We made it. We are in these streets. I mean, we are outside doing this thing on a regular. We acting up. We on day 204. I was the other day. I was thinking. I thought, oh my gosh, it's about to be. Hey, Shawanda, how are you? Hi, Tina. It's about to be to a point, you guys, where it's less than 100 days. Oh my goodness. If you've been here at one, excuse me, I was eating a bite of a sandwich before I came here. If you've been here at least one other live than right now, drop something in the comment. I'm curious to see if anyone else has ever seen any of my daily readings. Today's day 204. We've been doing wonderful. And today's topic is actually I'm not returning to what broke me. And because I survived it doesn't mean I need to revisit it. Today isn't about pushing harder. It's about pausing long enough to recognize you're not there anymore. You don't live in the pain. You don't belong to the weight. You don't answer to the old name anymore. Growth isn't just in your body. It's in your decisions. To not explain yourself, to not perform your healing, to not keep proving to people you've outgrown. Today, whisper to the soul, I can honor what hurt me without holding on to it. I can be grateful for survival while still releasing the storm. I am free to evolve loudly, softly, and on my own terms. My reminder to you, every time you resist the urge to go back, mentally, emotionally, physically, you're practicing self-respect. Day 204 is your confirmation. You've risen, and baby, you're staying up. And with that being said, welcome in, sweet Tay. How are you? Nice to meet you guys. Welcome to all my new stop buyers and helloers and drop-inners and FYP visitors. Welcome in. I appreciate you. I honor you. Thank you. I'm Coach King. If you're new here, I've lost 479 pounds naturally. I'm talking about fear and what helped me get free, and I hope it can help you too. So with that being said, I think we should go ahead and hop on into day 204 and get this thing done. So David Komalafi is a pastor. He has written this amazing book called 365 Days of Fear Not. Every single day of the year, it gives you a day where you can read a scripture, a principle, and a prayer to look at fear that may be lurking in your life that you aren't aware of. It applies scripture. So those of you, my biblical queens and kings who love to have a scripture back you and verify you and clarify where you are in your journey, bam, I got you. Well, David has Pastor Komalafia. I don't know. David got you. I'm just bringing it to you by proxy him. But the moral to the story is that if you're someone who knows that sometimes you find yourself being kind of fearful, especially of gaining the weight back or not being able to ever lose it or be your healthy self or do what you used to be able to do, I want to tell you that the best superpower that you can get from this daily reading is to be able to take an in-depth look at your fears, address them, and begin to work through them. Because sometimes we don't even realize that fear is the very thing keeping us from excelling. We're praying, we're fasting, we're doing all these things, but we're actually walking around in fear. And because of that, the blessing of that thing we're trying to pray to achieve, it can't fully reach us or connect to us because fear is blocking it from us standing on our faith to get it. So I pray that from today's reading that you are able to gain something that may bless and enhance your life in one way or another. Today 204 says, it is written, from there he arose and went to the region of Tyre and Sidon. And he entered a house and wanted no one to know it, but he could not be hidden. Mark 7:24. Principle: true faith in God cannot escape notice and will likely affect others. True faith, it cannot escape notice and will likely affect others. True faith in God cannot escape notice and will likely affect others. Wow. Prayer. I receive grace to positively affect others in Jesus' name. I refuse to be negatively affected in Jesus' name. One of the things I know is true about the way the world works, when I'm feeling like down in a rut, it used to be hard for me to love other people when I was feeling not good on the inside. But what recovery has taught me from alcohol and food is my food addiction is that when I take my pain and self pity that I may be experiencing and turn it into service or love for someone else without telling them what's going on with me or making it about me, then what begins to happen is I begin to emotionally develop coping skills that don't equate this more sympathetic, pity based maneuver to have my wounds licked by those around me when not needed. It helps me be able to pour positively into others, even if my space may not be as positive, because the focus is not about my small thing, which I can't change in that moment depending on what it is. Because when we start looking at stuff, if you can't change it in 5 minutes, if it doesn't affect you in 5 minutes, 5 months, or 5 years, some of the energy that we give certain situations is just unnecessary focus. And because some of us spend so much time in unnecessary focus spaces, our energy is too exhausted to focus where we need it. Some of the smallest things will elevate many of us to some of the highest levels we've ever achieved in our life, but we don't know how to do small things. We only want to do hard stuff. Yeah. Like somebody said, I need to build a website. Okay, you know what? Canva do one-page websites. I think they do them for free. It can be done. But it sounds hard because when you don't know how to do something or something has behooved you before, it makes it difficult for you to feel like you can trust yourself in pursuing it. But what I want you to know is that if I trusted what my mindset told me about my ability to lose weight, I would have never accomplished this goal ever. Because my mind said, eat yourself to death, go and die. My mind didn't say lose more weight, didn't say thrive, it didn't say get up, get healthy, learn more about it. It didn't say educate yourself about nutrition and toxins and diseases and dysfunctions. It didn't say that. It said die, die, die. Yeah, this world is the worst. No one loves you. Everyone's loved you. You lost everything. Give up, quit, eat yourself away. No one cares. So to be able to get past that headspace and stay past that headspace, there were some things I had to sacrifice in terms of the way that I think. There were some things I had to come to some serious acceptance with because of what I've experienced. Because when I came to those arrivals, boy, I'm telling you, baby, listen, let me tell you something. The first 164 pounds, it was hard, but it was easy. But I did it in 6 months. But it's because the amount of calories that I was eating when I was eating was about 20,000 calories a day. So when you go from eating 20,000 calories a day down to 1,800, naturally you're going to lose a massive amount of weight. Then I plateaued. But also during that 6 months, I was also paralyzed in a hospice facility in a hospital bed. Yeah, you heard what I just said. Here, I'm going to just let you hold that. Let me get the reading done. I'm going to let you hold that. July 9th. July 9th. Hey, Yaya, how are you? Yaya. July 9th says, learn to focus your energy. Learn to focus your energy. TikTok and Instagram, Facebook page, YouTube. Learn to focus your energy. It says, I've come to this lodge for one reason. The woman at Brittington Bush Retreat and Wilmetta Forest said, I brought my fiddle and I'm not leaving until I can play a bluegrass tune. If I want to get out of here, I better learn how to play. There is time to be open, almost unfocused, as we take in what the world, the universe, is showing us. There's a time to get out of our heads and quietly take a journey our heart that our hearts lead us into, following with the openness and wonder of a child. But there also comes, thank you so much. There also comes a time to aim our attention and focus on energy, on what we want to accomplish. Instead of floundering with scattered thoughts and possibilities, we choose one, then act on it. We stay in step with the natural rhythm, but we're pulling our scattered attention together and focusing it as part of that rhythm. To do that, we may have to work through our push away inner distractions. Moving through our inner obstacles enable us to accomplish our goal. Whether that's a task, a particular piece of work, or learning to play the fiddle, is there something you want to do? Is your heart urging you to learn something, accomplish something, go somewhere, do something? Make it a goal, focus your energy, and learn to stay focused until you reach the goal. Put yourself in the cabin and don't let yourself out until it's done. And tonight's message is for me because I have several projects in the mix and I need to put myself in the cabinet. Thank you guys so much for the follow. Thank you for the love. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, Sherry. Welcome in, beautiful. Thank you, 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 thank you. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much. I heard the thing come off. I think that's for like getting a lot of gifts at one time. So I just want to say thank you. You don't have to do that. You don't have to hit gifts, give me likes or anything. I just pray that something I share or read from one of the authors blesses you and encourages you and helps you keep going. Hi, Porcelain. Hi, Boo. Good evening. It's good to see you, mamas. How's your day? Did you have a good day? What you do today? I had a good day. You guys, I took the kids to youth rehearsal for youth day at church. I had clients all day, which is why I'm just now sending emails to my clients that I did intakes for yesterday. So if you waiting for an email for your intake that we did, I'm so sorry, baby. I'm working on it. I'm telling you. I'm a little bit overwhelmed, but because I do all my own intakes, I don't let nobody else do them. I'm what you got. Be patient with me. But I got you. When you in, you in. You just love about, see, look at God. Look at God. Look at God. He's making a way. So, yep. So I'm a little, I got to lock myself in the cabin tonight. And it is 7:43 in Arizona and 10:43 on the East Coast. So I've given myself until midnight. That's all I get. At 11:50, I need to be headed to bed because I got stuff I need to get done. TR, hi mamas. I got to get this stuff done. I have so many moving balls in the air that every minute right now in my life belongs to something, But I prayed to be booked and busy. TR, hi mamas. I pray to be booked and busy. So thank you guys so much for this beautiful Wellness Wednesday evening. I am also grateful when you guys, thank you, Amanda, when you guys come and hang out with me and chat with me and ask me questions. But more than anything, I come standing on purpose. Like I always say, I just come standing on purpose, praying that something I say helps you in some way. Like I've been helped by so many content creators on this app, as well as other just strong motivational speakers and women and men all over the country who choose to share their story out loud. It inspires me and encourages me, and it keeps me on my tiptoe A game. Wow. God bless you. Oh, thank you, Amanda. God bless you. May God bless you. May God bless you. Thank you for being here. You didn't have to stop by. You definitely didn't have to come in. I hope you guys are having a great evening. I come live every day. So cut that little thingy thing on if you enjoyed today's daily reading. We have 61 days to go. So 161 days to go. We're on day 204. We're great to do 365. And then I'm sure at 365 days, we'll figure out something else, another way to commit ourselves to growing and being better. I just believe that everything on this app doesn't have to be about a battle. It can just be us in a space together, growing and learning. And you don't owe me anything. You don't got to do anything. Because if I say, oh, write that down, you can't write if you're tapping the like button. And I'd much rather you write the information so that you're able to grow from it and get something from it. Or maybe you give it to somebody else and it helps them, Because that's part of my story were situations like that. It was where somebody else decided to pay attention to something else and then they brought it to me and it helped me grow as a person or help me understand nutrition better or how to become more educated or look at science. So why not? Why the heck not? Definitely followed you. Love to follow your journey. Oh my gosh, I would love to share. Oh, I'm always gabbing about this old journey of mine. I got you right back, baby. I got you right back, Miss Amanda. Hi, Anna. Hi, good, right. How are you? Hi, Shorty Tax like that. Shorty Stacks like that. Am I saying the right, baby? Maybe not, but I'm sorry if I messed it up. I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to. No harm. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. So I see y'all tomorrow, right? Because remember I gotta lock myself in the cabinet. I gotta get some work done. So may God bless you. Thank you to my moderators who are in the building, always keeping it safe for us, keeping the comments safe and appropriate. Thank you so much for anyone who dropped a comment or a rose or a gift. I realize it's your hard-earned money, and I'm very respectful of that. Not warranted or needed. So I thank you for being here and not making sure I wasn't here alone by myself doing the reading. Although I'll do it anyway. Because one thing about me you'll learn is I'll show up with 0 people in the room or 1,000 people in the room. Because sometimes the one person on the FYP that doesn't hit enter who the message for. So I don't get caught up in numbers because if you look in the Bible, it was a whole lot of ones. I hope you caught that. It was a whole lot of ones. And so one thing I've learned to do after dying 9 times is I no longer lose sight of what my focus is. I never allow myself or my ego to get too elated, too good, too better, too great, too smart at anything, because that's how you get caught up. I've lived those type of lives already. I don't want them no more. I'm okay with where I'm at. I'm trying to be better every day. I'm flawed and imperfect because I want to stay as humble as possible so that I'm teachable and trainable and redirectable. Even by those who I lead in God, I ask that they redirect me as well. Because there's any true leader is a leader who understands that they are as imperfect as those who they attempt to lead to perfection. All right. May God bless you and keep you, and don't forget to rise. Realize you are strong enough to win. I'm Coach Kenya, and I'm out. Bye, Instagram. Well, Facebook and YouTube, one day I'm going to let y'all stay on longer like I do and do the TikTok first, and then I hang up on y'all. But what it is it's not a lot of activity on those platforms. And so I end up being able to say goodnight to the TikTok people a little bit longer. But that's for you guys. Good night, Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. May God bless you and keep you.